East of what is now Temecula, California, in the United States, the Temecula Massacre occurred in December 1846. During the Mexican-American War, it was one of several related incidents. An estimated 33 to 40 Luiseño Indians were killed in an attack by a combined force of Cahuilla Indians and California militia. The Pauma Massacre, in which 11 California Lancers were killed by the Indians, prompted military action by the Mexican authorities in California. Andres Pico led a Californian force against the United States in the Battle of San Pascual, which took place on December 6, 1846, and was a part of the Mexican-American War. A small contingent of Mexican Californio Lancers soon pilfered horses from the Pauma band for the war. In retaliation, the Luiseño Indians killed the 11 Californians from Pico's army in what is now known as the Pauma Massacre. Upon learning of this challenge to Mexican authority, José María Flores, a Mexican general in Los Angeles, dispatched José del Carmen Lugo from San Bernardino along with a force of men to apprehend and execute the responsible tribal leaders. A group of Cahuilla Indians led by Chief Juan Antonio joined Lugo's forces while he was traveling to the Temecula Valley. Along the Santa Gertrudis Creek, the two groups made camp. Lugo was supposed to wait for Los Angeles reinforcements. Lugo asked José Ramón Carrillo for help after learning that he and several other men were at the Mission San Luis Rey de Francia. Lugo and Chief Antonio were joined by Carrillo and his men. The Temecula village learned that Los Angeles-based Californians were on their way to the valley. The Luiseño hid in the canyon to the east. To locate the Luiseño fighters, Lugo dispatched a few men. The Luiseños were hiding, the men reported. Lugo chose to lure the Luiseño out of hiding and into his own trap because he knew that his men would be trapped if they ventured into the canyon. A small meadow with undulating hills on either side was located just west of the canyon. Lugo placed his men on one hill while the Cahuilla positioned themselves on the other. Carrillo and his men entered the canyon and pretended to be exhausted. Young Indian warriors believed they had a chance to capture the Californians. The warriors attacked the Californians despite the chief's attempts to calm them. Carrillo and his men dragged the warriors after them as they fled into the meadow from the canyon. The Luiseños were attacked by the Cahuilla and Lugo's men once the war party entered the meadow, and Carrillo's men then turned and attacked as well. Many of the warriors were killed, while others gave up. A few warriors made their getaway and made their way to Aguanga. Lugo handed the prisoners over to their old foe, the Cahuilla. Lugo followed the runaway Indians with a couple of men. Chief Antonio had already murdered every prisoner by the time Lugo got back. At their campsite, the Cahuilla and the Californians regrouped. Lugo was joined at the campsite by another contingent of soldiers under the command of Diego Sepulveda. Lugo had been delayed in receiving Sepulveda's men. The Mormon battalion went through Temecula in the aftermath of the massacre. While the Luiseño people buried their dead in a communal grave, the Mormons stood watch to stop additional bloodshed.